Welcome to the channel. So above you, I have some Cracker Barrel logos, also some Blacker Barrel logos. Um, Hypothetically, if we had, say, we were marketing, you know, people in marketing department in Cracker Barrel, which logo would you choose? Please choose one of the logos, one, two, three, or four. A couple of the images are from AI, Helluo AI, as well as Leonardo AI. Um, and honestly, why is it that everything has to be so religious nowadays, or not religious, but political rather? Why does everything have to be, if it's not one way, it's another? So if the narrative doesn't seem to fit with the conservatives, it's therefore liberal, woke, what have you, democratic. It's just ridiculous in my opinion. Um, Honestly, if you're eating at Cracker Barrel versus eating at home, then this is like first world problems, honestly. I mean, when it's come to the point where we have nothing to argue about but a rebranding of a restaurant, what has the world come to that's the best that we can come up with to quarrel about, so to speak? McDonald's has had a rebranding a gazillion times, as well as Burger King, maybe a couple of times. I don't believe Denny's has changed yet. I wouldn't necessarily label Cracker Barrel as an American icon. I know for some it may be. For me, when I think of an iconic American restaurant, I think of McDonald's, even though it's more fast food. I think of Denny's. Cracker Barrel is not the first thing that comes to my mind, though my family and I do eat there a handful of times a year, probably once every couple of months. Um, that's about the gist of it. Now, honestly, if the new person in charge, the new president or whatever she is, wants to truly be quote unquote woke or diversified, then hire some more people of color that are serving the public, not people in the back that we can't see. Hire some more hosts and hostesses. When I go to Cracker Barrel, no matter what city I'm in, I rarely see African Americans or even Hispanics for that matter. So a lot of times it's not about, you know, actions speak louder than words, if you will. So changing up, rebranding your, the name of your restaurant, great, fine, maybe that's a start, but that's not necessarily what I would call being diversified. So, with actions speaking louder than words, hire people of color and not just to work in the kitchen, hire people of color that the public sees. But what's the fear here? Are people worried that Cracker Barrel is going to become Blacker Barrel? But honestly, it's just not that deep for me. I know I have some black friends that refuse to eat there, things like that, or friends of friends that I've heard of that won't, dine at Cracker Barrel because it's supposed to cater to pretty much just whites and things like that. It's simply just not that deep for me. Chime down below. How do you feel about this whole rebranding? Uh, are you upset about it, enraged, indifferent like me? Honestly, and reduce those prices too. So I saw a video earlier where the lady was comparing it to Chili's now. No, I mean, unless you're doing three for me where it's 10.99 for most of the meals, yeah, you can't compete with Chili's. But Cracker Barrel's always sort of been expensive. And have you seen the prices lately? I mean, you know, some of the chicken tenders, 13, 14.99, depending on what market you're in. So, with most Americans here struggling to eat out, struggling to, you know, do grocery shopping, $100 in groceries, 150 in groceries used to last you a week, at least 5 to 6 days. Now you can go spend $150 in groceries, even Aldi. I remember back in the day, $75 at Aldi I could make out like a bandit. Granted, I couldn't get everything there. Now, 150 at Aldi, I'm looking like, what did I buy? And most of us can relate that lasts you, 3 or 4 days, and you're back at the grocery store again. So, yeah, if we're arguing about the branding of Cracker Barrel, we definitely have, we're living a pretty good life if that's the biggest of our problems. So chime down below. How do you feel about this whole rebranding thing? Is it that deep for you? And take a vote that if you were the marketing rebranding director, so to speak, where you could choose the logo, would you choose any of these 4 logos that I have posted above? The old one, the new one, and honestly, I think the plain one is sort of boring. But like, again, that's just my opinion. None of it's really that deep for me. But anyway, thank you for stopping by.